but you are asking me, oh, so what do I say or how do I do it? Why don't you just go out there, go shadow the best of the best, and start putting yourself in winning situations.
Nothing's going to make you remember something more than feeling dumb in front of another person.
The only way you know your product is to study, but then apply. You better go and study whatever market you're trying to sell in.
Yeah.
You better know everything about that market because that makes you the expert.
Yeah.
But then what do you do with that knowledge if you don't actually go out and talk to people? If you practice your script over and over and over again, right? That will give you competence because you're going to learn it. Then you do that enough times.
Yeah.
Once you're competent, you know, you feel it, you internalize the script, you become confident.
For my biggest advice for new agents coming into real estate, it's actually a business.
Yeah.
You have to build it like a business.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Winners Club podcast, where even when we don't win, we learn, and learning is a form of winning, guys.
I was supposed to open it up, but it's all good.
All right,
so
well, open it again. I want to hear it.
No. It's fine, man. Perfect. Guys, welcome to the show, man. We're going to have a great episode today. Today, I just wanted to open up this conversation because, you know, honestly, there's a lot of new agents on the team. There's a lot of new people in this organization, and I think a lot of people could benefit from this. So I want to ask you too, you savages, I want to ask you, how does one become undeniable in a new industry, right? Whatever that may be, like, how do they just basically crush it and really, like, make something out of in a new industry for themselves?
Hit it, Randy. Hit it.
Hit it, man.
If you were to get into industry and you're really looking to reach the top as fast as possible, you got to be fearless. You got to stop asking so many damn questions because you're asking me, I'm telling you to do this.
Yeah.
But you are asking me, oh, so what do I say or how do I do it? Why don't you just go out there, go shadow the best of the best, and start putting yourself in winning situations? Because at the end of the day, I can tell you, but you're not going to remember when that time comes.
All right.
So when you see someone in action, I see Brian in action on a listing appointment or at an open house. I'm like, oh, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Go back. You make it your own style.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, I really like that. You know why I like that? Because nothing's going to make you remember something more than feeling dumb in front of another person, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why you got to go out there and fuck up, you know? Like, and you know, stop asking so many questions. Sometimes I think asking too many questions is...
You're just overthinking. And then you start overthinking. You start like,
and then you start...
I got to say this. I got to say this.
But then you start relying on somebody else for your own success, right? That it's like, oh, I'll just have to ask Brian all these questions and then like I'll be successful. But it's not like... What does PJ have to ask himself to fucking, you know, me become a top realtor or whatever that may be, right? So I like that. That's a really good point, bro.
How about you, Brian?
To be undeniable in this industry, I mean, you got to know your product.
Yeah.
You got to know the product ins and out. And again, feeding off that, the only way you know your product is to study, but then apply.
Yeah.
You have to, without the application, the knowledge is useless.
What does that mean, though, bro? I feel like you could say that and be like,
okay,
know the product, and people would be like, oh, yeah, I know my house. The house is too bad.
No, they don't know the house.
Okay,
they don't know the house. So, like, okay, if you want to be very specific with real estate,
let's do it.
You better go and study whatever market you're trying to sell in.
Yeah.
You better know everything about that market because that makes you the expert.
Yeah.
But then what do you do with that knowledge if you don't actually go out and talk to people?
Yeah.
Right? And where do you talk to people? Open houses.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you get really good at social media, you can talk about it on social media so that you become the expert.
Yeah.
Right? People would naturally want to work with you because like this guy actually knows what's going on in the marketplace.
Yeah.
Right? That's how you do it. The problem is, and I see this in a lot of sales, not just real estate, cell phone, cars. You ask them stuff and they can't even answer my basic questions.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like, okay, tell me about the schools. Tell me like how competitive it is.
Yeah.
What do I need to write to win?
Yeah.
Well, look, in real estate, it's very simple to know that, look, list price is not always a sales price. But where your knowledge comes in is, well, are you studying? And you go, look, on average, homes are selling for about 20% over list price in this area.
Yeah.
So now you actually educated the buyer and you taught them that they can't afford this neighborhood. But here's the thing. Now you take them to the next one where they can.
Yeah. I
That's
love
how you
that,
gotta know
bro.
your knowledge.
Dude, know the product, guys. Know the product.
Even if you don't
Just
even
like-
want to.
Yeah, just like how I know Olipop right here is 35 calories a can. It's only freaking 3.
Well, in that case, guys, we're going to go straight to our commercial and our sponsored break. So, Brian, hit it away.
I've been drinking these Olipop, man. They're really good, but I do have a discount code for you guys. Brian Tran 15, link in my bio. But I'm just joking, but you get what I mean? Like, how can you get somebody to drink this if you don't know nothing about it?
Like,
right?
If you don't know the product, then you better be a smooth talker.
It's like, bro, how much is the can? Duh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't work.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely different, right? To be like, hey, like I have this house. Do you want to buy it? Or to be like, yo, I have this beautiful house on the peninsula, right by the cove, right? Great school district, right?
Yeah.
Nice downtown walk, only 5 minutes, with your wife. I think she'll love that. Nice winery.
Exactly.
Like, I think those are two different things, right? And I think Brian and Randy are really saying everything that is going to make you guys better, guys.
But then
know your product.
Then you better know, but also your product in real estate is you better know the contracts.
Yeah.
It is a lot. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not a lot.
Yeah.
You better know the contracts. You better know how to use, like, your CRM. You got to know how to use all the tools that are associated with being a realtor. Yeah. But the thing is that most people don't even do that. They just, like, they just sit there and I don't know, they expect their phone to ring.
Yeah.
Like, that's not how it works. Trust me, I was there at one point. I'm like, all right, I'm a realtor.
I just refreshed my email.
I got my business card. I got my email signature, all nice.
I got my coffee full.
You saw my photo, the one outside of the documentary.
Yeah,
that was probably one of my early on the business card.
You're a different animal at that time.
He was like, damn, you don't even look like you. I'm like, yeah, I look ugly as hell. and back then I was like, oh, let me make sure it's all nice and stuff. Stupid. You know what I mean?
Forget it.
Yeah. Man.
So to become undeniable, honestly, you gotta have no fear of failing too.
Yeah. No, I like that, man. I want to ask too, because I talk to people in the office, and sometimes I hear something from a new agent that's like, yeah, I just got to work on my confidence, and I got to just know my shit. Like, what do you guys? Fuck, damn it. What do you guys have to say that?
Confidence comes from competence. Competence comes from repetition. Listen to that again. If you practice your script over and over and over again, right, that will give you competence because you're going to learn it. Then you do that enough times.
Yeah.
Once you're competent, you feel it, you internalize the script, you become confident.
Okay. So
you cannot get confidence unless you do the work.
Honestly, I mean, at the end of the day, like, real estate is such a low bar to get into. I think that at least 90% of the agents out there getting their license shouldn't even be in the business.
You ain't lying, but we're here to uplift people. I know. So how do they not be that 90%, Randy?
How do you not be that 90% and be the 10%? Just stop. Just go.
Yeah, just go.
Just go.
Just go.
That's.
Well, I just want to say, man, back on the topic on confidence, right? Back on the topic of confidence, right? Like, do you think that, when you go to buyers or sellers, or you're talking to your clients, like, do you have to have some type of delusion to, like, your confidence and kind of like
in the beginning of your career? Yes.
Yeah.
You have to, because I mean, shoot, you ain't got much.
Yeah.
You don't have a track record.
Yeah,
you don't have the track record that Randy does.
Yeah.
But how do you get the track record? You got to have that delusion. You got to have that fire, that fierceness, that makes people want to work with you.
And then you use the fucking script, right? Because what I'm hearing is, right, like, I'm a freestyle guy, right? I don't need a script, right? But
me too.
Right?
I'm not. I use a script. Bro, sometimes when we were shooting stuff, we have a script.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a script guy.
Yeah.
I'm a freestyler too, but I mix it up.
But I think, like, what I just want to drill in, right? It's like, if you have no experience, dude, use the script, because the script is the key, right? You don't have the confidence to go and build your own script or do it your own style. You're new, so stick to the foundations, right? It's there for a reason, right? And that's where you build your confidence, right? And your competence, right? You understand the script.
Honestly, too, in the beginning, I think for my biggest advice for new agents coming into real estate, it's actually a business.
Yeah.
You have to build it like a business.
Yeah.
In the beginning, you're going to be the salesperson.
Yeah.
And then it translates to, being like handling operations or the paperwork or whatever it is, and growing and all that stuff. So treat real estate as a business. And if you were to start a business and you need to get some deals done, what are you going to do? Let me ask you, what would you do?
Go get leads, player.
Yeah, get leads, bro. Get leads, knock on the door, go freaking shake some hands,
The leads are the most important part of real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the paperwork.
Yeah.
You think it is, but the paperwork can be subbed out.
Yeah.
Especially if you join a good team.
Yeah.
Dude, we have people to handle the paperwork for you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't mess it up.
Yeah.
It's the leads.
Yeah.
And the only way you get the leads is if you have the balls to go out there and talk to as many people as you can until you find somebody who wants to work with you. That's it. Dumb it down. Dumb it down so much. And the problem is, new agents fail because they don't go out there and they don't talk to people.
Yeah.
They don't talk to people and tell people that they're realtors.
Yeah.
They don't talk to people with the right knowledge to get people to ask their questions and then refer them to people who are looking for real estate to sell or buy.
Yeah.
Go talk to more people. That's all you got to do. Honestly, they always say this. In any business, doesn't matter what it is, it's always a leads problem. You have leads, even the shittiest marketer, the shittiest closer, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's so many shitty marketing realtors out there. They're still doing more deals than me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They just like those magazines that we were just looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, the
I
thing
got
is,
these professional videos on Instagram.
you never know how many people they're talking to, though,
That's what
right?
I'm
They
saying.
could be
That's
shaking hands, right? It's
can be the
behind
worst.
closed doors is when the movement actually happens, right? It's not in the office. It's not when you're sitting down having lunch. Like it's when the doors close, no one's watching. Like, are you going to make the leads? Are you going to do the work that's going to make you undeniable in this industry?
Yes, sir.
You asked the question was, how do you become undeniable in industry? You better live it, breathe it, consume it 24/7 in the beginning.
Yeah.
And if you want to be the top, you do it for a very long time.
Yeah.
But like a lot of these guys, they come in, they work 3 hours a day. Well, I mean, shit, I'm 10 years in the business and I probably spend more than 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
How do you expect to get to where I'm at working 3 hours? You need to work 15 because the first 8 is you stumbling and bumbling. The next 7 is when you actually start to make progress.
Dude, you heard that? You heard that, new realtors?
Trust
Shit,
me,
man.
bro. That's a good one.
That's
Dude,
the truth.
I look at it like this way. The first 3 years of real estate was just practice.
Yeah. Shit. I mean, that's the truth. If I'm trying to build an Amazon business, and Jeff Bezos is like, oh, you're working half less. Like, you need to work double it, bro. Easy.
I mean,
right?
going back to
Brian's over here saying, I've done it. All you got to do is double your output, man.
confidence.
Yeah.
Confidence is key. Like, honestly, I feel like I can go into any appointment, I'll close it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're also
Took a
like
long time, yeah.
Yeah.
But they expect to do it in year 1. I'm like, no, man. Like this business, they always have they always say like year 5 is when people have the breakout year.
Yeah.
You want to know why? Because after 5 years in a business, your first 3 was literally like the minor leagues.
Yeah.
And you were just learning the pitch, hit, run.
Yeah.
And then you learn how to put it all together in year 4. And then year 5, you're like, your rookie, 4 was rookie year. 5 is like, okay, I'm comfortable now. I'm not nervous when I'm out there and the fans are cheering.
Yeah.
Right? You're not like shaking up when somebody boos you.
Yeah.
And in that case, if you're listening, like when does that happen in real estate? Do we get really cheers and boos? When you get the listing signed, that's like, woo! And when they don't choose you and they work with another realtor, that's when they're booing you. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
And so you better get used to it. And then my thing was, like the first time like you lose out, it hurts.
Yeah.
And you're like, a little bit. But you got to shake it quick. And then you just get bounced back quick.
Yeah.
It used to take me 2 days to shake it off. I would have to go get a drink, go eat.
Get some in and out.
Like, work out a little bit. Be like, okay, I'm good now. I can go back to work. Now I'm like, loser. How dare you not
Boo
work
me,
with
boo
me?
you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Yo, let's wrap it up. But, to the new realtor who is looking to get their first deal in the next 6 months, man, like, what is your best advice for them to really get rocking, man? Just sum it up, man. Wrap it up.
Me, shorten that goal. Not 6 months first deal, 30 days first deal. How can you get a deal within 30 days from when you get your license?
Yeah. Damn, bro. I like that because, like, sometimes, maybe you're
Why
just not
wait
asking
6
the right
months?
question, right?
I mean,
Why
because
is that?
honestly, it could
The problem
take
is when you give somebody 6 months, they take 6 months.
Yeah.
Give them 30 days, you get the boot.
Yes, sir.
But how you do it? Every day, bro. You better go talk to everybody.
Yeah.
You better do every open houses. You better not take a freaking weekend off on the first month. Hell, you shouldn't be taking a weekend off for the first year.
Yeah.
Like
I still
your
don't take
mama's
weekends
birthday.
off.
Your mama's birthday. Make sure it's at 6 p.m. because your open house is 2 to 4. Gives you plenty of time to go get your signs. Okay. And hell, you're gonna show up to your mom's birthday dinner in a suit anyway. She's probably gonna think you look real good.
Yeah.
Right? So you don't even need to go home and change. So you better, like, I did not go to, I missed a lot of stuff. I didn't think about going to a rave like some people. I didn't think about going snowboarding on a Tuesday. No, think about it.
No, you're right.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You want to go fucking make some money? You want to go make it and crush it in an industry that like 90% of the people fail? And you think you can just go and take a random day off?
Yeah.
You got me effed up.
Yeah.
Like, look, it is what it is. You want to be average? You want to be broke? Do you, boo-boo?
Yeah. I mean, like, dude, like,
But you ask me right now, 30 days, you get a deal. How? You don't take a day off. You don't take time off.
Yeah.
Okay? And you better go out there and you give it your all. That's it.
Dude. Hell yeah, man. Dude.
Did we piss anybody off today?
I hope so, bro.
Did I fire you up today?
Dude, I
Trust
hope
me.
so too.
I really like the way you said it though, man. Because like, yo, dude, like, you know, back then when you were building all this shit, the leisurely, boring life. You probably had a boring life, but business, fucking cooking, bro. You know,
It was fun.
Cooking.
It was fun,
but that's how
you
it's
know
supposed
what?
to be,
But
though.
maybe that was just my outlook because I had to tell myself something because it was sad seeing your friends go party with the girls.
Yeah, but in your
doing
head,
all
it's
this.
Lambo. You know, trips, this, that. Take care of my
That's
family.
why I will
blah,
say
blah,
this
blah.
too.
Like,
Don't ever try to like discredit me and make me feel bad for having nice shit. I sacrificed a lot for the last 10 years so I can buy whatever I want today. All right.
yes, there you go. I love it, man. Well, let's wrap it up. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for joining. Peace.
Peace.